Here's how to use shared objectives in feedback to make feedback more successful. Most feedback fails because you skip the most important thing. You skip establishing what you're both trying to achieve. Like, there are two parties, but you're missing the third, something to benchmark against. So before giving your feedback, you need to establish some kind of shared objective, or preferably objectives. What outcome are we both working toward? What does success look like for this project? Without those shared objectives, feedback becomes subjective opinion. I think you should do it this way versus, given that we both are trying to achieve X, here's the gap from where we are to where we need to go. So basically make your feedback falsifiable. Like, can we test whether this claim is true or not? Because if you are in the game of your communication is unclear, that is not falsifiable. Whereas 3 people ask clarifying questions after your brief, that's verifiable data. So tie your feedback to observable outcomes. Not you need to work on your attitude, but instead, when you respond to client questions with one-word answers, they escalate that to me, which creates delays. Make it as actionable as you can. What specific behavior needs to change? Be more collaborative is not actionable. So instead, you need to include the design team in planning meetings before finalizing specifications. That's actionable. That's concrete. That's specific. And what's so great is that this approach works regardless of individual capability in that scenario, because it grounds feedback in shared goals and verifiable data rather than subjective judgment. And that increases performance. A little disclaimer from my personal perspective here is that I have experienced cases where I've done very clear and detailed assessments based on role descriptions, where the feedback still wasn't processed and no action were to be seen over a prolonged period of time. So, of course, there are exceptions, but even more important, that you have those objectives to lean on to be able to clearly tell and document when someone just isn't the right fit. See it as an insurance for both parties. And that's how you become the feedback expert. Good luck.